Hi, this is Art from Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to color another of my tabs for my art journal. I do have a video where I took this art journal. I bought it last year, so I needed new pages, and I have a calendar stamp, so I made my calendars, and then I created tabs using these new Prima stamps that I have over here called Prima Princess. I love these stamps, and I have all 6 of them. You have Claire, and this is Olivia, this is Madeline, sorry for the glare, this is Maya, Renee, and Angelica. So I got all of them, and they were pretty economical. They were like $7 for each of those stamps, and these are not small stamps, mind you. These are huge stamps. They're as big as your hand. So I thought they were a very good price, so I went ahead and got all 6 of them because I know I'm going to use them. They're perfect for your art journal, perfect for your mixed media, perfect for, you know, your panels, or for your planners like I'm doing here. I'm creating my own planner. So I'm going to be using the Dreaming Pastels, and these are the Decadent Pies. So I'm using these 2 sets from Prima, and I'm going to go ahead and put them over here next to me. They're a lot easier, or actually this way, so that way you can see what I'm doing. So I just got a regular 4-inch brush, and I also got this is a 10-inch brush. I'm going to use the 10-inch for her face to color in real quickly her skin tone, and then I'm going to use my other brush, the more detailed brush, to go around in the details here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I hope you like this video. I'm not going to really speed it up too much. I did have a viewer, or a couple of viewers, say that it was too sped up the last video, so I'm going to try to make it less speed up and talk you on the process that I use to create these paintings. So it's always a good idea to have a nice paper towel or a towel to mop up your excess. I prefer a reused towel. Like, these are my old towels that I cut up and use for painting, and after I finish painting I can either wash them and then reuse them, or just throw them away. A lot of times I just throw them away, especially when it has acrylic paint or lacquer or anything like that. You really cannot wash that off. If they're watercolor paints, you can wash them and reuse them, but most of the time I just throw them away. So, and it's also better for the environment because you're not wasting paper towels and putting that in the garbage, as well as it's better for your pocket because it's cheaper to reuse your towels than it is to buy rolls and rolls of paper towel. So that's what you need, and you know, you just dab the excess off, and then you just use it and reuse it over and over. So now I'm just gonna use this it's like a yellow, I don't know what color this is. It has a number, but I really don't know the color, but I'm using this kind of yellow color for her skin, and then I'm just putting it around, more concentrated around the edges, around this area here. So this is a little more of my darker shade. Well, actually it's more a wash, so I'm going to use this as a wash. Even though it looks kind of yellow, by the time you finish putting all the other layers, your mid-tones and your darker tones, it's going to look more like skin tones. So this is just my first layer, and then I'm going to go over it with some more darker tones around the edges of where the shadow should be. By shading the area around here, you create a illusion of roundness on her arm, and that's what I'm doing when I put darker color like on the edges here. And you can even put some darker color on this edge here. makes it look like it's round. Illusion that it's, you know, a rounder. Okay, I want to make sure I leave her bridge of her nose light color, but I may want to go in a little under here and a little darker. Okay, and then I'm taking the excess off. I may want to go a little darker around here. Just getting a little color and put little layers at a time. You don't want to put too much. And as you can see, I'm always dabbing off the excess on my towel and then coming back and blending it in. And that works for me. It really does. And then I just want a little more shading right over here. Her arm area. Shoulder area, I mean. A little more shading in the clavicle area. More shading here. And a little more shading right here. Okay, I think I'm done with her face, and now I'm ready to put some blush. And I think I'll use this right here from Decadent Pie. That looks like it'll be okay. Don't want to put too much. And of course you want to wipe off the excess. I wipe off the excess on my towel. And there, I'm done. So we're going to go ahead and do the eyes. And actually I haven't even dabbed into my Pastel Dreams. So I might just use, I don't know about this blue. It's called Pool Party. Let's see how that works. Really made her eyes pop. I like that. So now let's go ahead and do the flowers. I think I want the flowers. I want her hair red. So let's go ahead and give her, I'm going to use this crimson. I'm really going to make her hair real red. So right here, see where the artist put more of her hairline, like it's a heavy stroke here. There's more drawing right here. I hope I'm saying it right. But as you can see, there's more detail around this edge here, and there's not any there. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to give an illusion of lights hitting her hair, I'm going to put more color in the areas where the artist gave me a little indication of shade. So I'm really going to put some dark color there, dark color here. And this is how I do it. I mean, you can, whatever works for you, but this works for me. Now I'm going to take all that color off, and I'm going to go in with Rose. And just go over that. And because these are pastel, they're more opaque than your traditional watercolors. but we're going to go over it again with my crimson. And really make it pop. Now that I got my pink and my red, I'm going to go back with the crimson and just make it pop. And see right here, I want it to blend, so just take some clear water and see, make it blend. Just put a little bit of clear water and blend your colors out. Rinse the color out and then blend it. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and color her shirt. And I'm going to use a wider brush for that. And I want like an olive green. This olive green will be perfect for her shirt. Look at that contrast with the red. It really makes it look nice. And then I want to give it a little shading around here. So I'm going to take a little olive green and a little blue or whatever, indigo. Made this really darker green. And put it here. Then rinse it out. Take the excess off and just blend it in. And see how it kind of, once you blend it, look how that looks. Really makes the shading of her shirt. Okay, now I'm ready to go back to her flowers, and I think I'm going to use, maybe a little bit of pink on some of these flowers. And actually, I'm going to take maybe some cerulean blue. I wonder how well that mixes with whatever color this is. This is Pool. Oh, I like it. It mixed pretty good. Okay, and then some, I'm just going to drop this in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, take a little bit of red right here. And then I'm going to take this lemonade. Let's see what color we produce. And let's see. Dab the excess. Just want to give the flower a little of dimension that doesn't look so flat. Looks a little more realistic. So that's why I'm putting a little bit of this pink and then coming back with a darker color. It's crimson when I'm using it, and just dabbing it around the flower. And then blending it. So if you take the excess off, then it's you can blend the colors in a little better. And do the same thing here. And I'm following where the artist is putting her shade. So you can see how she's shading more here, around here. So I'm just following where she put her shade, or he. I don't know who created these, the artist that created these stamps, but I'm just following the indication of shading that the artist gave me. Okay. So right here, just a little bit, right there. With my paintbrush, take the excess and just blend it in. Doing the same thing here. A little red, crimson, again, following the design and where the shades are in my design here. Taking the excess off and just blending it. Okay, so I have some more flowers here. And then got a little left here. Now we need to do the same thing with the, oh wait, I gotta put a little more here. It's not quite right here. When it dries clearer. When it dries lighter. So sometimes you may need to come back and make it a little darker. Now we're going to do the same thing with the blue here. So I'm going to take some cerulean blue, take the excess off, and just put little dabs of that cerulean blue. That's a tongue twister in itself. Cerulean blue around my highlights and shading, around my shading here. And it really makes your flower come to life when you take the time to really put some detail on some shading. Okay, so now that I've done that, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the leaves. So I think for the leaves, I'm going to use, this is Paradise. And just put a little bit of that. Then I'm going to go over it with a darker shade. Okay, you know what? I forgot this rose here. And I forgot that rose. And I don't know why she's eating a flower. I don't think flowers taste very good. But in this drawing, she's eating a flower. Okay. Now for these petals, I want to give it a little bit of another color just to give it a little depth. So I'm just dabbing in some olive green. And I'm dabbing off the excess because some of them I put a little too much olive green. It just pulled in the on the leaf. So like here, see, that's a little too much. So if you dab it off on your towel, then you can just pick it up and see how it looks. It gives it that nice shading on that leaf. And I'm just dabbing some of this olive green like at the bottom of the leaf, like on the bottom of the leaf. Wiping it off, the excess off on my towel, and then just picking up some of that color. And see how that gives it dimension right there. And I think I'm done with this painting. So this is my tab. Oh, before I forget, I do have to put a little bit of gold because I am splattering some gold on all of my tabs. So this is just metallic tempera paint. It actually says shake well, which I didn't do. I think it's the metallic paint stays settles at the bottom, so that's why you gotta shake it. Put a little water. This splatter on here. Try to avoid her face. And I think I'm going to splatter some red. Put a little splatter there, just pick it up. Okay, so I'm done with this panel, so I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. Bye now.